Blessings. We are back with another video. All right. Before we begin, just a couple quick announcements. First and foremost, if you're interested in a spiritual reading or a spiritual consultation, first I offer many different types of spiritual readings. I offer telepathic demonic readings, shadow work readings, which is always a great place to start, especially if you're looking, or what direction should I be heading into to do ritual work? What's going on in my life? Maybe there's things I've buried in my subconscious mind I'm not dealing with. Maybe there's psychological traumas that I've been struggling with that I picked up as a very small child to the present day, etc. Shadow work reading is great for that. Deity reading to see what spirits, demons, gods, and goddesses walk with you. Santa Muerte reading with the spirits of the dead, Egyptian oracle reading, or maybe you're just interested in a spiritual consultation, which can be used for whatever you want to discuss, certain area of interest. Maybe you want to focus on a particular area, this, that, or the other. Whichever one you prefer, shoot me an email at khnum19@gmail.com. khnum19@gmail.com. And in the email, please include a full weekly availability along with the time zone that you live in, which is very critical. By giving me your availability and your time zone, and if you're really serious about booking a reading, it delays the back and forth emails. It probably cuts off 2 to 3 extra emails, and we can kind of just get things going. And I can shoot you some days and times that work with your schedule. All right, khnum19@gmail.com. Shoot me an email, and I'll get back to you on that as soon as I can. If you want to sign up for classes, the way to sign up for classes is to go to the official Primordial Chaos Patreon page, patreon.com/Baniti, Baniti. That's patreon.com/Baniti, Baniti.com. Tier 3 is the tier you want to join. That's going to give you access to the 3 private classes I do every month on Patreon, in addition to the group ritual we do together at the end of the month. And again, when you join, it doesn't just give you access from the day you join moving forward. You get access to all the classes in the archive going back 4+ years. You get access to all the group rituals, plus all the ritual work in the classes and all the other work that we do in the classes. Okay, so if you really want to take your path of self-mastery to the next level, that's the way to do it. Get in on the classes, man. Sign up. I promise you, it'll definitely make a change in your life. You'll see, kind of tie into what I'm about to talk about in this video. But patreon.com/Baniti, Baniti, tier 3. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram, Primordial Chaos 9, all one word. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Primordial Chaos, 2 words. I also upload all the new YouTube content to the Facebook page. And we're on TikTok now. Check us out on TikTok, Primordial Chaos. On TikTok, 2 words. And this is where you stay up to date on the latest happenings, classes, things of that nature. All right. Also, don't forget to check out the Primordial Chaos podcast, available on Spotify and all major podcast platforms. The direct link to the podcast, along with my contact email address to reach out to me for a spiritual reading or a consultation or anything else, and the direct link to my Primordial Chaos Patreon page to sign up for classes. All of those links is in the description box of this video that you're currently watching right now. All right. Well, this is going to be straight to the point. Is your magic producing results? Real simple. And I've talked about this on and off over the years. I haven't talked about it probably specifically in something like this for a while. So this comes up again. As you probably have heard me say on and off audio, I get tons of emails from people wondering why maybe they're not getting results. Why isn't I'm doing this? I'm doing that ritual. Nothing seems to be working. I thought when I came on the path of the occult or the left-hand path, or I thought I was supposed to be this and I was supposed to get that and that this was supposed to... First of all, you ain't one entitled to shit. Let's establish that. So I want to address a few things with this. Don't come on the path with preconceived notions as if you're entitled to something. Because you're going to get your feelings hurt. You're going to get your feelings squashed. Okay? I don't know why anybody would come on this path thinking they're entitled to, well, I thought if I did this ritual that this was supposed to happen. I want to put that out there first and foremost, because if you have that approach and that mindset, I can 150% guarantee you will fail on this path and not get any results. So that's step one. Don't think you're entitled to anything when you come on this path. You have to earn it and you have to work for it. All right? So I want to put that out there clear as day. No confusion. Okay? You have to earn what you want on this path and by putting in the work. So there's no gimmies. And anybody that's telling you otherwise, promoting it otherwise, they don't know what they're talking about. Okay? Come on the path with the mindset of, all right, this is a new path that I'm walking. This is a new me. I'm gonna have a different approach. Come with that mindset, because remember, as I said before over the years many times, your intent and how you approach that intent is critical and it's key. So some people come on this path right out the gate, they got the wrong approach because they were either misled or they misinterpreted something, or they just came in with a fucked up mindset. Sometimes it's just that. Okay? So you're not entitled to anything when you come on this path. So don't come in with that approach. You're going to get your feelings hurt. Okay? Number 2, if you are a person that is struggling and you're not getting the results and you're still thinking, wow, it's the occult, the left-hand path. I thought if I did this ritual or invoked this demon or this god or this guy, that this is supposed to manifest. It never changes, or the fact of the matter is, it never changes that power comes from within you, not outside of you. Because when you talk like that, whether you're aware of it or not, you're thinking there's something outside of you, some force that is going to be interceding and doing this work for you. And that's completely wrong. That's completely out in left field. Okay? So all of these things you have to look at, evaluate, and judge, and make sure, step 1, you're not falling into any of those categories. Because if you are, you must immediately change that mindset, and you must immediately change that approach. Now, let's say you're somebody on the path, you've been working, you've been doing rituals, this, that, and the other. You're at it day and night, consistently, this, that, and the third. All right? Well, here's the reality. I've always said, how do you gauge results? Because that's the question that comes along. How do I know I'm getting results? I don't know. Well, it's real easy. If you're not seeing change in your life for the better, if you're not seeing consistent growth, right? If you're not seeing certain issues, problems, and things of that nature being resolved, and nothing is changing inside in your life, internally, externally, and all around you, then whatever it is you're doing is not working. Okay? Now, sometimes people are in denial because they're just doing stuff for so long. Just because you do something for so long doesn't mean it's working or it's the right thing to do. And some people, are creatures of habit. They get caught up in, routines and things of that nature. And they just think, well, I've been doing this for so long. And they just continue to do it, not getting any results. That's like the person who belongs to a religion. That's like saying, well, I've heard people literally say this. I mean, no exaggeration. I've heard people literally say this. That's like somebody who goes to church every Sunday. Well, I just go because I was raised, this kills me, I was raised Catholic, or I was raised this, that, or the other, My parents made me go, and their parents made them go. So if you were raised as a woman, watching your mother get beat by your father or a man. So as you as a woman, should you go seek out a man that's going to beat you all the time? That makes no sense to me. So just because you were raised a certain way and there was this, routine of having to go to church every week, that don't justify it. That doesn't make it right. Right? It's just people will find, again, excuses for bullshit rather than, find solutions. So that doesn't mean anything. So just because you've been doing something for a long time, the question I would be asking myself is, the more important question is this: why do I keep doing something like this? And I've been doing it for this long period of time and I'm not getting any results. The disturbing question is, but why do I keep doing it? Why can't I stop doing it, make a change, try something else? That, to me, would be the more important question that I'd be wanting to ask myself to get an answer to. Why are you wasting valuable time? Why have you not addressed or made an adjustment and tried something else? So step one, if you're not getting those results, evaluate what you're doing. Okay? What kind of ritual work are you doing? It's not working. Analyze and say, is this really addressing the issues and the things I got going on in my life at the current moment? Maybe your energy is focused in the wrong direction, so you're not getting any results. And sometimes that's how your spirits will get your attention. They'll try to draw you away from whatever nonsense you sucked into, that you're distracted by, that you could be creating the illusion that's working. They'll try to get your attention that way when just nothing happens, nothing manifests. Okay? So step one, ask yourself, what is it you're doing? How long you've been doing it? And look deep into it and probe, and you'll probably see the reason why you're not getting any results. Okay? So part of the problem is people are doing ritual work, not, I've said this a million times, not geared for what they need, but for what they want. Okay? And remember, when you start to study and navigate on this path, wants become a thing of a secondary nature. Wants don't jump ever, in front of needs. So ask yourself, am I designing my ritual work, is at the foundation core of my ritual work, is it based on my needs? Things that are going on in my life that are critical, things that I need. So sometimes people are trying to do get rich quick spells, sex spells, and this, that, and the other. And the spirits are trying to tell them there's something else you got. You got something bigger going on in your life that you need to address. So you're distracted with all the nonsense. This could be a reason why you're not getting any results. Okay? And again, in a case like this, with a question like this, it's never usually one particular thing. It's usually a combination of certain things, because this is the type of energy that's dominating your life. Okay? 3, use common sense. Analyze. See, one thing I try to show people when you're trying to walk the path of self-mastery, make sure you did a lot of the basics. Analyze your surroundings and the circles you walk in and the people you keep around you, the things you do, the places you go. Analyze yourself of your habits, your behaviors. You're going to find out when you stop, pause, focus, and really look into it, you're going to uncover probably a lot of things that you go, damn, I didn't see that before. That's kind of fucked up. This, that. That has to be done. That self-evaluation on yourself must be done. So maybe you got the wrong people around you. Maybe you're in the wrong environment. Maybe you're not walking the path that has been destined and laid out for you. Maybe you don't realize it, and then sometimes the fact that you're not getting any results, somebody's trying to communicate to you to let you know this is not what you're supposed to be doing. And that's hard for some people to grasp. You're going to also find out on this path, you might like a particular system, a particular god or goddess or archetype, but here's the reality, they may not like you. right? They just might not take a liking to you. Just because you might like a particular path, it may not work for you. Okay? So, when you're evaluating all these things and you're checking the boxes, you should start getting clear-cut answers if your magic isn't producing any results. Now, on the flip side of things, then you have some people, all right, so I don't want to always just talk about the struggles and the failures and not meeting expectations and goals. Then you have some people who are just locked in, living their best life. Things is flowing for them. They got enough money to do what they want to do. They're enjoying life. They're living life. Okay? So there's the flip side. But another problem, we're focusing more, again, I'm touching right now on things that could be detrimental to why you're not getting results. Some people, look, this is so important to keep you spiritually centered and keep your spiritual power strong. Some people don't know when to just chill and take a break and enjoy yourself and enjoy life. One of the most annoying type of person or people to me is the individual that everything is spiritual. And over the years, as I've interacted with people, traveled here and there, or when people come travel here and join us in ritual work, the most annoying person in the fucking world to me is somebody who everything they talk about, every word that proceeds out of their mouth is about some spiritual stuff. And let me give you an example. You know how many times for an example, I'll use some more recent examples over the years. When we have events down here, whether it's the Journey of the Black Adept Conference, monthly events, this, that, or the other, you know how many people I've seen come and go over the years who will do the ritual work? And I've even made comments, I'll say stuff like, yeah, once the ritual work is done, we're going to go hang out. We like to go to this place down here called Flanagan's. It's like it's a bar and grill. They play music. They got the, all the TVs with the sport, with all the different games on. But I'll even tell people in advance, I say, you know what? After the ritual is done, we're going to go get some grub. Please, we're going out. Let's just have fun. Let's kick it. Let's eat. Spiritual stuff is over. Don't come and ask me spiritual questions. Do you know no more than sitting down 5 minutes? Here comes some knucklehead. That's a problem too. Because nobody's that fucking spiritual. You're not spiritual 24/7. Stop it. Okay? Because that's becoming comical to me. Learn to take breaks. You have to learn to kick back, relax, and do things you enjoy. Take those moments, those periods where you have the ability to do that. Some people want to just be spiritual 24 hours a day. 7 days a week. No, people. That doesn't work. Okay? So know when to have recreation time where you can have some fun. Whatever it is you like to do. That's important to keep your spiritual power strong. Okay? Enjoy yourself, whatever it is, whatever brings you happiness. Okay? But remember this. To some of the things I was just saying a couple of minutes ago. You are the company you keep. I've said this many times to you guys over there. Something my mother used to say all the time. And my mother had that intuition. If I would bring friends to the house, we all heard this before. Something about that kid. I don't like that kid. Moms and females in general have a certain sense that we don't have as men. Right? And my mother used to always say, you are the company you keep. Now, having said that, ask yourself, do you have toxic people around you that could be blocking your magic and your results? See, I'm going to show you the full spectrum of how this works. Not just, oh man, it's not working. Because you think it's poof, snap your fingers, be gone, poof. Like it's that easy. It's not. It's not. Trust me. Okay? I can't stress enough to you, evaluate the company you keep. Are you keeping people? energy around you that's productive to your spiritual growth. Because having the wrong energy around you, that most definitely can block your magic and could be one of the key. I'm just giving you multiple things here so you understand. That could be a key component of why you are not getting any results or struggling to get consistent results. Because remember, everything you affiliate and associate with, it carries energy, vibrational frequency. So when you're allowing things in your, in your circle, your personal space, well, whatever you're allowing in is going to affect you. So ask yourself, what do I allow into my personal circle? And you might be surprised and go, damn, I didn't look at it like that. Yes. See, every time, and this bothers me too, every time somebody thinks they're not getting results, right? They think that there's somebody out there blocking them or doing something to them, or somebody sitting down casting spells on them, and this, that, and the other. Be on alert for the person that struggles, that always have an excuse or always have an external outlet to blame of why they're not successful. Stay away from people like that. Because when that energy starts to rub off on you, that's what I meant when I said the entitled part in the beginning of the video. Some people just approach life in general like they're entitled to shit. Like somebody owe them something. We all know people like this that have this mentality. And the reality is nobody owes you anything. You owe yourself. Okay? You owe yourself by getting up off your ass and doing for yourself making whatever changes you feel you need to make to better your life. It's that simple. Okay? So if you're complaining about not getting results and you're not making no changes within yourself or, without and around yourself and in your environment, then more than likely the results aren't going to change. Okay? And then one last thing I also want to address before I finish out. Some people think they can run and hide from their bullshit. What do I mean by that? You see a big uptick in a trend over the years where people feel if they move out of state from where they live to somewhere far away or a whole entirely another state, like that's going to fix all their problems and their bullshit. All you did was change the new location where you live, but you didn't change all the bullshit that comes with it, which resides within you. So running from your problems and trying to escape one bad situation to put yourself right in another bad situation, that's not a solution either. Okay? That doesn't work either. Okay? So, again, as a whole, about to wrap this up shortly, as a whole, ask yourself, one, am I getting results? How do you gauge that? Am I seeing the changes occurring within me and outside of me and around me and in my environment, in my life? If you're not seeing those changes, which is the results, then you have to say to yourself, I need to address this. Okay? Because magic should transform your life on all levels of what I teach on the 5 points of self-mastery. Okay? Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. That's true empowerment when somebody has those things in unison, in harmony, and they're flowing and they're working. Okay? So you have to ask yourself some of these tough questions. Okay? And where are you in the spectrum of things? So is my ritual working? Is it working? Am I getting results? If not, start devising plans to make a change. Now, if it's the flip side, you're doing things, you're getting results, and there's not much really or hardly anything to nothing that you need to address there. So we're mainly more so in this video focusing on areas of struggle. Okay? So those things must be checked and put into alignment. Do they add up? Okay? Are you in a sound mind, body, and spirit? right? That's a big one. That's a huge one that determines if you're getting results on this path. That's a huge one. That's a big one. Okay? Magic, people, is supposed to produce results for transformational change. And that's it. That's how you gauge if your magic is working. Am I getting results? If yes, keep navigating. Do what you do. But if you're a person in the other category, no. Now that you say this, Baniti, now that I look at it, I'm fine. I'm doing something over and over in a routine-like fashion that's not working, or I've been at this for X amount of time. It's not working. Then start devising a plan to make a change. Okay? See me? Hey, don't get me wrong. Excuse me. We're all different. But me, myself, I have a certain way of how I go about in my approach. And first, when I say it starts with a mindset, have embedded in your mind, be confident about what it is you're doing. Really affirm, feel within yourself that you know you're going to get the desire that you result, the outcome that you're looking for. So another reason why people may not be getting results from their magic is they're not putting enough of mental energy to charge their intent. You got to put your power on that shit. So this could be another key factor or component of why your magic may or may not be producing results. Because the most powerful energy you can tap into in a ritual and use in a multifaceted way is your breath, right? Breathe control. What do you mean by that? Right? Breath control, focus, concentration, which leads into meditation. Meditation goes into other states of visualization is a key. And I'm trying to show you how breath control, and again, I'm doing this quick because, look, again, as you know me, I could be talking about these topics. This could be a 4-hour class. But are the key foundational, my point I'm trying to get at, are the key components and foundational techniques, have you mastered them? Do you have breath control? How many times have I said over the years, you say, but damn, Vinny, you're talking about breathing and my breath? That could be affecting my magic and my results? 100%. Okay? Because when your circulatory system and your respiratory system and your organs are not functioning correctly for multiple reasons, that can affect the power of your magic. We do breathing exercises, decompression to breathing. I gave you guys the book by Yogi Rag Chamraka that every major guru or anybody that studies the occult or Hinduism or Buddhism studies the breath, science of breath. Do you have breath control down? Do you have focus and concentration down? Can you lock into your meditations? Do you have the skill of visualization? Now I want to stop there at the skill of visualization, which is the biggest weapon in your arsenal bag to produce results from your magic. The power of visualization. And I'm sure most teachers, adepts, occultists will agree with, is critical in you getting results in your magic. Can you tap into your subjective realms and visualize everything in detail? Because remember, how to work magic effectively, especially a black magic ritual, is by playing it out in its entirety in your subjective realms or consciousness, so it can manifest in the objective realm. To the very point where you got to see and visualize everything in detail in that goal or what it is you're trying to accomplish. So it's very complex work. It's not easy work, but it can be done. And visualization skills is, man, I can't stress how critical the power of visualization skills are. You've heard me talk about it. That is probably your biggest tool of weaponry in doing ritual work. Okay? So again, it's my breath control, my focus, my concentration, my ability to meditate and visualize. Have I worked on those skills? Because here's the problem. Sometimes people go into rituals and shit. They start doing all this crazy stuff, intense stuff, and they don't even have the basics down pat. If you don't have those basics down pat I just mentioned, how in the world do you think you're going to do an effective ritual and get results? Is your magic producing results? Now ask yourself and go, damn, Benita, see, I didn't look at any of those things you were just talking about. I thought because, the book said if I lit the candles and said the invite. Stop. I don't care what the book said. The book isn't going to tell everything about you, the unique individual that you are. The only one that's going to get to the root bottom of that is you, because who knows better about you than you? Nobody. Look, we have all heard the most powerful hermetic saying that you see all over in occult hermetic books, as it's inscribed above the pylon as you enter the temple of Heliopolis, temple of the sun. Know thyself, and thou shalt know the gods. And I'm going to finish with this one. Know thyself, and thou shalt know the gods. If you don't know yourself, how do you know yourself? What's a good practice to get to really know the real you? Shadow work, people. Message. Remember that from Don't Be a Menace to Society by sipping and drinking your juice in the hood? Every time they had some message. Well, I'm going to start doing that. I'm like, message? Are you doing shadow work? Maybe you have not addressed the shadow of the hidden self and you're focusing on things too far from that spectrum. And the Spirit is like, no, you got to get to know yourself better. You ain't worked on this shit yet. Shadow work. Are you doing shadow work consistently? And I'm going to tell you, that's probably more than half of the reason why people don't get results in their magic, because they don't address the shadow of the hidden self. So, long story short, I just gave you a boatload of shit to evaluate. So the next time the question comes up, is your magic producing results? If yes, I pat you on the back. I salute you. Keep doing what you're doing. If the answer is no, use the techniques of evaluation that I showed you in this video, and I will put any amount of money on it within the realm of the spectrum of those things I just talked about. I guarantee you the answer and the solution is in one of those things we just went through. I promise you. Okay? All right, I'm going to leave that there. Again, another quick reminder, if you need to reach out to me for a spiritual consultation or a reading, you want to book one, shoot me an email, khnum19@gmail.com. Don't forget to check us out on the Primordial Chaos Instagram page, the Primordial Chaos Facebook page, the Primordial Chaos TikTok page, the Primordial Chaos Patreon page for classes at patreon.com/Baniti, Primordial Chaos Podcast, which is on Spotify and all major podcast platforms. So again, the direct link to the podcast, the links to the social media pages on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, the direct link to the Primordial Chaos Patreon page to sign up for classes, all of those links and all the ways that if you're trying to contact me and do any of those things, all those links are in the description box of this video that you're watching right now. Other than that, that's going to do it for me. I'm checking out. Infernal blessings, and we will talk soon.